Hello, I am Xarkun and this is World of Warships Legends. Today, for the second day in a row, I bring you a battle featuring the Tier 7 premium Soviet battleship Lenin, although this game was not played by me. Instead, it was played by Juice the Goose, a fellow content creator for World of Warships Legends. I think his channel is close to 1,000 subscribers, so I left a link to it in the description. If you like what you see here, you might want to go check him out. We actually did a bit of a video swap, and by the time you see this video live, his video on my game should be live as well. I sent him a pretty good game in the Tier 6 German cruiser München, although it's not quite as spectacular as this game he sent me. Note that he is in a division, and both of his division mates are also driving the Lenin. So you've heard about the meme division of the French battleship Lyon at Tier 6, right? Well, after this video, perhaps this division of triple Lenins may become the meme division of tomorrow. Although you wouldn't think it'd be super effective just looking at their position on the minimap. They're all in the same grid square. Well, ask this broadside Iowa how effective they are, as he gets hit by 18 Lenin shells and honestly thoroughly bitch-slapped for the majority of his health. And yet, it does not cause him to rethink his actions and perhaps angle out a little bit more so as to mitigate any further damage from these three battleships. No, he's just going to continue to sail mostly broadside, and he's going to get the goods again. Juice gets a Citadel there. One of his teammates gets the First Blood medal, and the sinking of the Iowa is complete. Now there is only another Iowa out there, and a Pyotr bag ration. If the enemy destroyer was over here on this flank, things would be a lot more complicated, but we can see the enemy destroyer's last known position near the Alpha Cap on the minimap, so these three Lenins are perfectly safe to push into this Iowa and Pyotr bag ration. And the bag ration takes a 21k salvo from Juice, as the Iowa, who has just seen both of his teammates get so thoroughly paddled by these Lenins that he's given up on life. He's decided, alright, I'll turn broadside. No need for you guys to work for these citadels. I'll just give them to you for free. And so he does. Juice gets a 40k hit on that broadside Iowa, takes him down for a devastating strike. There's his first kill of the game, and in less than 4 minutes, he's up to 100,000 damage done. And there is more where that came from. Now that this flank is entirely clear of enemies, these Lenins are able to push in and take the Alpha Cap. Now they are spotted by the Vladivostok over there in Bravo, but he appears to be occupied with a friendly cruiser right in front of him. As a consequence, he's giving broadside to the triple Lenin division, and it's going to work out a little bit better for him than it did the Iowa, probably due in part to his slight angle, but also due in part to the tankiness of Russian battleships in comparison to the American ones. The Vladivostok, though, is aware of them now, and unlike the Iowa, he is not going to, well, unlike both Iowas, really, he is not going to make the same mistake. This Vladivostok knows a thing or two about angling, and he's going to put that into practice. Now Juice and his division mates are getting a little bit of separation as Juice goes between these islands here, and his division mates travel further to the right of the screen, I believe. München, the ship that I sent a video to Juice in. Wow, that was a terrible formulation of that sentence. Well, there's a München out there, and this guy, München, pretty quick cruiser, not exactly the most nimble or agile one, but certainly going to be a frustrating one for Juice to take out. And note that Juice is actually using not my preferred commander on the Lenin. He's using Lev Galler. I know that because he only has 2 repair parties, and he apparently has spec'd totally into accuracy. We can see that by just how accurate these shots are. Well, not that one, but, you know, RNG. Sometimes you're going to get a bad roll of the dice and get snake eyes or whatever. But this Munchen, he's got no health left. He just needs to be tapped by a single shell. And it looks like Juice's teammates have, well, his division mates rather, have finished off that Vladivostok. Juice gets what we call the Pity Citadel on that Munchen and takes him down for the second kill of the game. The Bravo Cap is open to Juice and his division now. They're going to sail into it, probably with the mind to take it. The friendly team has flipped Alpha, but in the time that these 3 Lenins have gone on their rampage, 3 of the blue ships have been sunk. Don't worry, though, if you're thinking that this game is going to be too terribly close. Of course it isn't. This is a division of 3 Lenins, so it's not going to be all that close. Although, you know, some more of Juice's teammates are going to go down before it's all over. Jean Bart out there, 17 kilometers away, bit of a long-range shot for the Lenin, still completely broadside. Juice sends the shot and looks eagerly toward that King George V, who is a Tier 6 battleship and has plenty of 26mm armor that the Lenin's 406mm guns can overmatch. King George, though, turning away. Not a lot of hit points left, and not exactly the juiciest target to shoot at, but he does need to be taken out, preferably before he sinks the friendly Hipper. So Juice helps out that Hipper and sinks the King George. There's his 3rd kill of the game, and they're 15 seconds away from taking the Bravo Cap, which, along with the Alpha Cap that the division took, is going to net them a nice amount of XP at the end of this game, and the amount of XP that Juice finishes with is quite impressive by anybody's standards. Juice shoots a salvo of armor piercing at the Jean Bart, who is turning in to point his bow at the 3 Lenins, and Juice has now switched to the high explosive, whether to shoot at the bow on Jean Bart or because he suspects the enemy destroyer may be around and may be getting himself spotted. I'm not entirely sure, but this is a good thing to point out because people do tend to say that the Jean Bart is overpowered. I think the people who say this most frequently are battleship players who find themselves in protracted duels one-on-one with a Jean Bart where both they and the Jean Bart are pointing their bows at each other and firing only AP. We'll switch to the HE. The Jean Bart can't bow tank that. He's got 32mm of armor. All your HE shells will penetrate him unless they hit the turrets, and there is, of course, fires to contend with. But Juice switches back to the armor piercing for this Mogami, who has unwisely poked out from between the 2 islands there and gotten himself spotted. That is going to be his downfall. There is the kill secure on that low health Mogami, and that's 4 kills for Juice. And there are still 2 enemy ships left floating, the Jean Bart and the enemy destroyer, who I don't think we've seen yet. We don't know what it is. Jean Bart comes around the corner, giving too much angle, gets hit for 8k. High caliber metal goes to Juice, and there is the enemy destroyer. So Juice immediately forgets about the Jean Bart, which is exactly the correct thing to do, and aims at the much bigger threat, the Tier 6 Akatsuki, who comes out broadside, spotted, gets paddled again, just like all of his teammates in this game. There's the Confederate medal to Juice, and 1 shot from the Lenin's 3rd turret should be enough to take down this Akatsuki. 3rd turret's ready to go. There goes the Akatsuki, Kraken unleashed, and why not give this Jean Bart the gift of a full health Lenin to ram? Nice trade there. A generous trade by Juice. The Jean Bart gets basically all of Juice's HP, but Juice, in return, gets a 6th kill to top off his Kraken. He finishes with 3,300 base XP, 1,000 more base XP than his division mate Yogurt Pancakes. Well, actually more than 1,000 more base XP. And actually, I didn't even notice this when I watched this the first time, but the Jean Bart on the enemy team also got a Kraken. What a shame for him. I I am so sorry, Jean Bart, that your team just wasn't around to support you, because, wow, that's got to sting. Anyway, I think a thoroughly enjoyable game from Juice the Goose. If you guys thought so too, take a look at his channel using the link in the description. And, of course, if you liked my take on his game, give the video a thumbs up, consider subscribing to my channel if you haven't already, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.